The Fully Geek.
Yes. What's happening, people? We are back. Yes, we are back from our week-long hiatus. We had a little break because things I forget. Certain time if I have to take a little break. It's good to get some rest and recuperation. None of us flew out, but we wanted to. But obviously the vaccination thing and had a ting. But episode 115, we're back. Who we got in the building today? We have the man called Richard Maximus. What's going on, Rich?
Oh, bro, I can just turn to Merv. Merv's on
No, I was.
out.
I was too quick.
No, left him hanging.
No. I got too excited, didn't I? Continue.
You know what it is?
He was into the finale. It would be super.
That's what happened.
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
I actually feel, like a part of me wants to stop the whole thing and start again now, yeah? But we move, you get me? It's a one-take thing.
Merv just can't cause disarray everywhere.
One take thing. To be honest, I'm not used to there seeing 4 screens again. You know them ones there? It's all it's a bit confusing me.
Everyone's tense.
Get me? But yes, we've got Maximus inside the building. We've got man like Kel. What's happening, Kel?
Wow, bro.
And we have the legend. He's back. Yeah, he's back.
New trim, everything.
New trim.
Yeah, it's the victory lap. Get me back, mate. How you get me back?
Coming like Cristiano Ronaldo when he returned to Manchester United.
I would have rather like a comic book reference there, like the death of Superman in returns, you know. But anyway, I'm loving it.
Yeah, Nate, do your homework.
It's nice to be back, boys. It's nice to be back.
I can't believe it. Man tried his best, you know.
It's cool.
I
see where we're going with this one. I see where we're going with this one.
But you know what? I missed so much of the banter, innit? I had to just get involved straight away, innit? You know, it's always beef and love here, man. Beef and love.
I missed you, mofos. Pause. I know it's been 1 week, but it felt like 2 years.
No, it hasn't. It's been a bit. I'm not gonna lie. See, last week Tuesday, like, although I went to football and that, I came back Wednesday. I was like, bro, what's going on? Like, I need the pod. And I watched so much shows over the past week. I was like, bro, we needed to do a pod. I was all gonna call it an emergency pod, just an emergency pod, bro. Like, you know, like
Thursday straight in it.
Yeah,
it's real talk,
bro. I was looking to just do it Thursday, put it straight out Friday. You know, the ones like record it live, just send it straight out, no editing, just out.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I was like, and I'm meant to be doing some form of editing or something. I was just like,
I felt lost towards the end of the week, bro. People messaging me going, "What happened?" I was like, "Did you not listen to last week's pod? We told you weren't going to be there." I was like, "Oh, I thought you would have like put a post out or something." I was like,
"That's true. We should have put a post out for real."
Yeah, we should have. But
bad marketing and advertising.
We move, man. We move, man. It is what it is. But guys, like I said, it's nice to see you back. How's everyone's week been like? Or week, 2 weeks, or a little time?
Yeah, it's been
all good. Yeah,
it's been all right.
All right, guys, the energy just went from up there to drop. But it's cool.
No,
I
try to remember what I've done, but it's been so long.
I'll let you know what I did. I went and I met my dog Rich up in Leicester. Yeah. So when I saw him up there and when they showed me the new crib, yeah.
Trees.
It's a palace up there, but I'm liking it.
Nice one.
Also, guess what? Today is the 2nd of November, 2021, and I'm sure you'll be happy. It was the first day I put my heating on today.
Dude,
finally.
Yeah,
to be fair, and yesterday it was when it started to get cold. Like temperatures just dropped.
It dropped, brother. I'm not gonna lie. And my heating's not staying on. It's just been on. Like, I'm just saying, like, after pod, this going to go off.
Why are there driving past houses and there's Christmas lights everywhere? I'm like,
don't get me upset, please. I just threw in my pumpkin today, innit? My Halloween pumpkin, and it's upsetting, bro.
But obviously, a lot of you live out ends, yeah. Did you not have like them little youths them knocking on your doors and that?
Yeah.
I wasn't in.
I wasn't in.
See that's Essex. See what I'm saying, Nate? I told you this. Is what I'm trying to say. In the ends, they don't do that kind of stuff.
Nah, there was no knocking.
To be fair, when I was on my drive, I saw bare trick or treaters, and I got I was the victim of egging.
Someone egged you.
Rich is laughing. Well, all I know, I was driving in it like from and I see like a group of boys, isn't it, like ahead. So I'm looking. The next thing is. Doof. Like, then woof again, bro. Like, everyone's are so mad in it. Like,
what, multiple eggs?
Bro, 2 eggs, bro. Not even fried. Just raw eggs just thrown at my car.
Man said not even fried.
Bro, I hope you tried to run them over.
How was the eggs cooked?
I couldn't. I was on like a dual carriageway. That's why I was angry, because like
you couldn't do nothing about it, innit?
Yeah, and my daughter's like, what happened? Like, proper trauma, bro. Like, nah, and I had to get home, just get a hot bucket of water and just about 5 times, bro, just dashing it over my car in it, just to at least get the
what is this, Merv?
Romford, innit? Bloody Romford, mate.
Listen, the way I'm differently turning around on a dual carriageway.
Trust me. Trust me.
I was calling for anger, innit? I was calling, I'm just
MDK.
No, I was vexed, man.
Oh God, different levels.
Oh,
like even just talking about that just the other day, like I was driving. Now when someone's in the wrong and they're coming towards you, and both of you stop in it. Like, and I'm the old rich with no kids in the car would have took the key out, locked the door, and walked off. Yeah,
walked off, No.
Trust me, bro. I've done that too many times. People get so vexed. I said, bro, do the right thing, innit?
What do you mean? I'm confused. What do you mean?
So there's 2 cars coming, and no one wants to let the other person pass.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And me and the guy was staring at each other for good. And I said to myself, you know what? There's probably no point for me to start doing this. I got a little one in the car, and he says, "What are we doing? Why are you stopping? What are you doing? We're not here. We're not home yet." I let the guy through, and the guy was just giving me some devils. I thought, okay, don't worry. Another time, when I've got time to just park the car where it is.
But that happened to me in the summer, and I had my nieces in the back, the little one in the back, obviously the missus, and I you know what day it was? It was the pod day, with the live pod that day, bro. I was stuck in traffic for like 3 hours. Remember, I was stuck in traffic I was hungry, I was frustrated, and this guy would not move. Bro, the effing and black, bro, I was cussing so much. Everyone in the car was just quiet, like, Zach was like, Dad, what's wrong? Why you cross? Bro, I was giving the guy, I was not moving the guy to reverse eventually, yeah. And when I was passing him, right in my window, had the gun sign, all that, bro. I was going to have. I was still out of character. Man.
You're lucky he didn't ask you, are you in a gang though?
Huh?
I said, you're lucky he didn't ask you, are you in a gang though? I've learned. I try and stay out of the whole road rage thing. I try.
Yeah.
No,
I try my hardest, although I did bib someone today and drive around them and look at them. But he was a dick, and he didn't take the turning when he should have. But like, do you know what I mean? Is that I try to limit those interactions.
Yeah,
especially near work, because I fear that one day I'm gonna do it to be a parent.
Imagine,
like I'm gonna cuss out someone's parent. Parents evening, I'll see them. Oh, hi. I was outside of school. All right. Well, yes, we're back. Champions League's back. Well, we don't really care about that. United, Ronaldo scored a couple goals. And if you are from the white side of North London, you sacked the manager, Nuno, after 4 months. Apparently, he's getting 14 million for that. And you've employed Conte on an 18-month contract, and he's getting close to 20 million a year or something along those lines. It's all right.
Boy, that's a lot of money.
It's all right.
That's a lot of money.
I'm not gonna lie, but considering Conte turned them down in the summer, it's a little bit of a kind of kick in the teeth.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Those guys, they're in a confused
don't know what you're doing.
That's it. It's simple, isn't it?
No, but I mean, I ain't gonna lie. Conte's a good still, man. That man, he's proven. Everywhere he's gone, Marv, he's proven. He's proven.
I don't know, man.
If Tottenham don't win the trophy with him, they've got no hope. No hope.
No, but I don't think he hasn't proved himself everywhere. And like even I looked at his record, more or less. But even when he won the league at Chelsea, he took over from a Chelsea that were doing things in the first place. He didn't turn.
No, they wasn't. They were 10th. They were 10th, bro.
No, the season before they weren't.
Yes, they finished 10th the season before. He came in, they won a title.
No, they had a good team already,
Yes,
though,
bro.
man. They had a good team already, man.
But they finished 10th the season before, bro.
We finished 8th. We're never doing that again.
Yeah, but we're not doing the title of the next season. No.
We don't know that yet. Stranger things have happened. You got to believe in the process. Arteta in. Also, I just think it's funny because this time last week he could have been going to Manchester United.
I know. Everyone says it's Ollie's genius plan, isn't it?
Ollie at the wheel, bruv. Ollie at the wheel.
Oh gosh.
All right, guys. Let's get. So go on.
Yeah, go on.
No,
Merv, sorry, Merv.
Yeah, Merv, sorry, Merv. Merv gave a look. He looked at us. He's like, your 2 minutes is up. Your 2 minutes is up, motherfuckers.
That was good. That was good and nice and compressed.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
Trailers. Rich, what trailers have come out this week or recently that you've watched?
Morbius. That looks outstanding trailer, and I'm just hoping the film it will match the film because they've sorry.
But these vampires are the next level. He's the next level, but the powers he's got, bro, some next different powers, you know.
They look sick, man.
Yeah, man.
Wait, go on. Sorry.
No, I'll say I think it looks. I was probably blown away by it, man, because I thought I even liked the first one that they done.
Yeah, the first one was good.
Yeah, that was like over a year ago, and I actually like the look of him as Morbius too, and I like the fact that even like they put in the Easter eggs in it with the other, like they mentioned they had a Spider-Man poster, the Sam Raimi version,
even the little Venom quote.
Yeah, the Venom quote. What's his name? Scorpion from Homecoming, like Michael Keaton's character. Not Scorpion, sorry.
No, he was a Scorpion.
Vulture.
Yeah, okay,
Vulture. Even without them being in it, the trailer would have still been heavy. Like I don't even think they needed that.
And it doesn't feel like it's a Marvel. I know it's Sony film, but it doesn't feel like it's a part of the Marvel kind of world. It's nice and dark. It's got that element.
Technically, it's not part of the Marvel world.
No, it's not. It's not MCU. It's not MCU at all. It's like because
I know him from Spider-Man, so I know Spider-Man is Marvel in that sense. That makes sense. In the kind of world, he must be linked in some. He has to be linked in somewhere.
No, they're linked, but it's not MCU.
Not okay.
Yeah,
it's not any of the phases. Put it that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his own independent. But they're linked.
Stargirl CW.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Huh?
Like Stargirl CW. Like they're linked, but
they're not in it.
Yeah.
Not in it as sense. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, true. But I would love to see him. I'd love to see him in a Spider-Man in the film together and see Wagwan, because I know Morbius from obviously the cartoons and stuff like that. But this one doesn't have an accent.
Oh yeah, it's true.
He probably doesn't have an accent.
Just realised that. No, it's weird now. It's weird.
Yeah, but
I was thinking like, can they bring Blade into it? But because he's the first one in it, in this week, he's the first one, so they can't bring Blade into it because it wouldn't make sense.
Because they might, I don't know. It might do.
Well, if they stick to the same storyline,
Blade's in it. I'm sure Blade's.
No, what? How the film is set is that he's the first one. He's Dracula, isn't it? He's the first vampire. So if he's the first vampire, Blade can't be in it because.
Oh yeah, for real.
Well, I don't know.
Eventually, if it's a case of
maybe a few films down the line,
yeah. I think a couple, because when they make Blade, like they can make Blade and there can be a mention of Morbius in it, because if it's in the future, then part 2 comes out and years afterwards. You never know. I don't know how they're gonna, for example, how they will end part 1 if Morbius is captured and put in a form of a dead, like where he's captured for like 1,000 years, for example, and he comes out in modern day and there's Blade and Morbius. Who knows? Anything could happen. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to it. Yeah, again, the first trailer came out a while ago, so I think when is it out? January? Is it Jan?
I think so. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I think it's the first quarter. Yeah. I don't think so. Maybe a bit later, because they would have shown a trailer so late if it was the first quarter.
28th of January.
Oh, is okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's good. That's something to look forward to.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's Spider-Man coming as well, so
So still no. That's out next month, and there's still no second trailer. But part of me doesn't want a second trailer.
no, but they do that. They've done it before.
Oh, with
Well,
Spider-Man.
not with Spider-Man,
Okay.
but with another film.
I think there's too much reveals for them to do a trailer. I think it would be hard for them to do a second trailer without revealing too much.
No, because who exposed, or someone exposed loads of the footage previously, didn't they?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe they think, no, we're not going to do it unless they do it the day before it comes out. Then bang, it's hit cinema and everyone goes mental.
I think they don't need to do any more trailers, to be fair. Just in the simple fact is they know that the cinema will sell itself out.
Exactly. Yeah, Spider-Man. No one needs any.
You don't need. You could just drop. You could be like Drake. You just drop an album when no one knows about it, and you still go to number one.
That's the thing is, I was probably gonna say Adele.
Yeah, or even Adele. Yeah. Talking of trailers and not being able to get anywhere, I tried to book a ticket to go and watch Eternals. It is sold out every single screening from Friday. I didn't check on Monday because I've got like things to do, but I mean from Friday to Sunday, every showing, whether it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 12:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30, 10 o'clock, every showing there is no seats.
That's crazy. I'm finding it hard to believe, especially I believe not a lot of people know about Eternals.
The promo. A lot of people. I don't even think people need to know.
You don't need to know about it. You just need to know it's
promo,
MCU.
Yeah. The promo for this film is being off the charts, man.
Yeah, it's MCU. It's Marvel.
It's just everywhere. Everywhere I see Eternals, so I think everyone's proper hyped for it.
Yeah. So it's a bit of a shame. I will still try and go and watch it this week anyway, but I may have to go to another cinema and maybe not in comfort. I'm
about to leave the ends.
I might have to leave the ends and not have reclining seats. Is there any other trailers that are making out before we go into some of the TV shows and stuff? I know, obviously, if you're listening today and you're looking for your weekly roundup, we just got a lot of episodes, a lot of TV shows, a lot of films. So we're just kind of
weekly roundup. Can we just mention one thing? Like this one topic.
Of course you can.
Have you not heard about that Elon Musk thing? What he's doing? Well, what he's offered?
Oh, the 6 billion or something.
Yeah,
like
he's saying that basically he's gone to the UN and said, listen, if I give you $6 billion, $6 billion, I want you to prove to me that these $6 billion will stop world poverty.
Serious?
Yeah. So he said, I want you to give me write up a dossier, write up everything. I'm giving you $6 billion here. Prove to me that this $6 billion will stop world poverty. Do you know what I mean? I think that's a big move, you know.
Yeah, that is.
No,
yeah, but
that's a big move.
Yeah, but he knows that he can't.
No, but that's the thing. But he knows that.
No, he knows that he can't. It's like in theory, it's amazing, but you know that 6 billion cannot end world poverty.
Basically,
why couldn't it though?
End world poverty. No, you'll never be able to end world poverty. There's too much greed and stuff like that.
And there's too much debt.
Yeah, to end world poverty, you remember there's countries that in trillions of dollars of debt, yeah? And you always say, how are you in trillions of dollars of debt? To whom are you in trillions of debt? Because it doesn't make sense. Those numbers don't make no sense. But there is so much debt within country to country, like the $6 billion wouldn't be able to stretch. And if it did, even if you gave every man, I don't know, a fishing rod and told a man how to fish, you know that saying that you don't teach a man to eat a fish, you teach a man to fish and all this foolishness. Not foolishness, but 6 billion, 6 billion later, you still wouldn't have enough to say end world poverty.
Yeah.
To end. End is a big word.
No, see. But
did you say end, Rich? I can't remember if you said end or I don't know.
Well, I can't remember the exact wording, but I think it was end world poverty to resolve it of some sort. But the question I ask is, if the countries are in debt and there's poverty, I ask the question, why isn't the money being written off? Why aren't you writing it off?
Oh, sorry, to end world hunger. Sorry.
Yeah. So to
end world hunger.
Even hunger. Do you know what I mean in that sense? Maybe not poverty, but even hunger. 6 billion. And also, don't get me wrong, I think it's a big thing, yeah. But do you know how much my man's worth? I'm not saying that you need to give anybody any money at all. Do you know what I mean? It's your money, yeah? But his net worth is like 292.6 billion. What the hell is 6 billion to him, bro?
No, but what is 6 billion to him? And that's the thing. Will it resolve it? That's 6 billion is still giving it away. 6 billion, 6 billion.
That's a tax write-off.
Right, and it could be do you know what I mean?
Oh, but, I mean, don't get me wrong. I think it's amazing. Like if you start, do you know what I mean? I think the thought of it, but yeah, it's a bit. I don't know how you'd be able to do. Also, why go to the UN now, considering they're supposed to be trying to do climate change? They're doing COP26 right now. I feel like you're just trying to distract
obviously,
them.
they can multitask. They can multitask. Man. They're big enough organizations to multitask. But my thing is, yeah, you see all these charities that is going like, what's it called? What's the main one that we do here every year?
Comic Relief and them thing there.
Comic Relief, yeah. Like I'm sure they've raised like
at least $1 billion
billions over the years, billions, yeah. Nothing's changed.
No,
I don't know where that money goes, honestly.
Do you know what the problem is? I feel they're not building the countries as an economic country where they produce something for like we know a lot of our clothing comes from India and stuff like that. I'm just referring to Africa, right? So where the factories in Africa designing clothing for companies abroad, for Europe, or for example, I know Ghana and stuff like that is really head of cocoa, and now they've changed the contract to the Swiss, and now decided for them to trade themselves instead of going through the Swiss instead, which is fantastic. But there's so many charities, they're just building parts of the city, but not building it as a hub for a load of jobs. It's building a city, but leaving it. Build it, you leave it, and you go away. How is it sustaining? There's nothing sustained.
Also, you do that, but you're not doing it with a clean heart necessarily. So at some point, you just add into the debt. You just add into the debt. So we're building up your country, but you still owe us money, or you still owe us resources. Nothing in this world comes for free. So, do you know what I mean? You can do it, but ultimately, with one hand, they'll give you this. With the other hand, they're taking something away from you. It's like, and I'm not trying to like, not saying the corrupt things, but you know, like them countries that go, for example, they bomb up a country, then they say, it's all right, we'll come and fix your country. Then they bring in all their infrastructure, they fix the country, but then you still owe them money. So you owe them money, blew up your country, then they fix your country for you. So now you just owe them even more money. You don't have no money, all right, cool, we'll take your natural resources.
But look, let's just be honest. If they really wanted to end it, they could end it. It's simple as that. If they really wanted to, they could end it. And they could. The government could say, okay, we end it. All the debt you owe us it's zeroed. If they really wanted to.
Of course they could. Exactly.
But they don't.
I don't know if they could.
Why not? Why not?
How do you write it off?
What do you mean? It's the same way you can write off a billion, but you can write off £1 million. You can write off £10,000 and take a hit. Well, so why not build a country up?
If you can write off slavery like that, you know what I mean? Just like that, bang, write it off. And
no, but he didn't write it off though.
No, what I mean is, like, let's say, and put in bonds so people will still getting paid from slavery up until 2015. Do you know what I mean? Why can't they, like, there's certain things that they have the power to do. I don't understand why you think they can't do it. They have the power to just write it off.
They can do it if they want to.
They can do it easily.
They
world
choose
hunger.
not to.
No, come on.
No,
not world hunger, but write off the existing debt that's currently there, so the country can invest their own money into the country, build things.
No, but if the thing is, if I write off your debt, yeah. So
Right.
Rich, you come to me, I write off your debt. I say, Rich, I feel good. You can go and do your thing. But then Kel says to me, well, Nate, I don't care that Rich is not giving you money. I still want my money off you. I ain't got the money to give Rich, Kel, if you ain't giving me my money.
No.
And then when Merv says, Kel, I want my money, he's like, well, no, I let Nate off and I let Rich know. The money has to go around.
No.
That's what everyone has to agree to it. Everyone has to agree to it.
You see what they're doing in Scotland? That's the same. It's the same thing. You agree to it, and it's done. You come together as one. That's what they've done in Scotland. Everyone's there. Every big leader is there, and everyone's been forced to agree certain things by a certain date. It's not hard, you know. If they really wanted to do it, they would do it. But obviously, it's tech. It's complicated because there's a lot of stuff. Like you said, if you get rid of one debt, what about this person owing this person money? But again, it's a decision which all parts of the world have to decide. Let's start again. Nobody wants to start again. There's a structure of who's the dominant, who's the poorest. Yeah, simple.
Watch, it's Rich. If I gave you $1 billion and then you said to me, I ain't got the money to give you back, and then let's just write it off, you're having a laugh, bro.
But you wouldn't give me $1 billion.
No, I'm saying that's as a country, that's what you've done. Like,
because no, as a country, but you're put in that position because you've got no alternative.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to say. I'm talking in regards to the African countries being colonized and whatever. Do you know what I mean? They were put in that situation to be in debt. You know what I mean? Like, they gave us things that we didn't need just so we're in debt. Like, it was all part of the grand scheme of things of making us poor, making the rich richer and the poor poorer. Do you know what I mean? So even what they done to Haiti, all those things, it's on purpose so they're in debt. Like, that's what it was all for.
Correct. So
that's what we're talking about.
So we end the slavery in a physical format and transfer it into a financial format where you're still working for us and you still owe us money. But it's not as a slavery concept as we kind of what we've known to grow up in.
Exactly.
So we're saying the Europeans should just write off all the debt.
100%.
Yeah, I honestly think that.
Never gonna happen.
Of course not. Of course not. This is why, like, hierarchy. That's how it is. And that's
now
how
the Chinese, on the other hand, they're doing it in a different way. They're doing it a lot more sly. Do you know what I mean?
They're buying everything. They're going to
but you don't. The way they're doing it is very, very sly. Do you know what I mean? So
I don't know if it's sly. I don't think it's sly. I think it's quite blatant what they're doing. But I just think because they look different, like in the sense of from the colonizers, like what everyone normally would look like. I think it's underhanded that people are saying, "Oh, actually, no, they're different because they're helping us build the country."
No, the Chinese are very clear and everything and how they act upon what they see. They're very clear. They've always been very clear.
No, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying those nations that are allowing them to come in, they're not seeing it like that. They're trying to be, they're very upfront with what's happening. But we're saying that actually, no, they're saying they're going to come and rebuild the roads. They're going to say this, they're going to give us water, but they don't know that actually now you're just going to be in debt to them. And the workforce is going to be our own workforce.
It's not been in debt, like, it belongs to them now.
Yeah, it's theirs.
That land is theirs. It's theirs. That's what I mean. Yeah. So the physical cash, you don't have to owe them, you don't have to owe it for them, but they own your land now. Do you know what I mean?
And another example, if you go to Canary Wharf, and if you look at the infrastructure, what they're currently building now, it's majority owned by Chinese. Massive Chinese firms have come in, bought everything, building property. They're doing it literally everywhere. It's on the next scale.
And the intel that the Chinese are getting in regards to like building up the systems and all that. But what we don't understand is they're building all these high-tech systems for the government stuff. But within those systems, they got some intel that goes directly to the Chinese government. So they always then know what's going on with the government. Do you know what I mean? But these
allegedly.
But the fine writing, the small print that you don't read, trust me, the intel's getting released. But anyway.
I'm not gonna lie. You sound hella like Marlon, but I was like, whoa, is he back? Is he back?
Marley Mar! Talk to me.
For episode 115, everybody's back. Mm-hmm. But there is lots of stuff going on. On. All right, cool. Let's just get on with some TV shows. And I'm sure after the pod, we'll be here talking about some of these conspiracies. All right.
Not conspiracies, they're true.
Allegedly. I'm not having them shut my... Do you know what I mean? All of a sudden, the Chinese have shut down the podcast. All of a sudden, the camera, there's loads of cameras just in my house somewhere, just looking at me.
We're going to see some blacked out fools outside that house.
Halfway through the pod, all of us disappear. It's cool, man.
Nothing.
All right. We've had 2 episodes of Stargirl. We've had episode 11 and episode 12, which is setting us up for the finale, which is taking place this week, Wednesday. So episode 11 and episode 12, we had yeah, there was chapter 11 and chapter 12 to be honest.
Can I just say we just basically predicted what was going to happen?
Yeah, I think we know enough TV shows to kind of. I don't think anybody has reinvented the wheel yet.
True.
So she did. She got sucked into Shadowlands in episode 11, and I think we had predicted that Courtney was going to have to end up working with Cindy.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's kind of what happened, really, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously, Mr. Is it Shadow? Is it
Shadow, Shade.
Shade.
Yeah.
He was the one that helped them get back, despite him betraying them, believing he would obtain his powers back. So obviously he became a goodie for a certain, just to bring them back anyway. Then he died, right?
Yeah, he died. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Dr. McNider's back as well, though.
Yes, he was back. And he said to her, the glasses belong to you now. So, and obviously he's got his own type of vision, which is a normal sunglasses concept. But yeah, I think the last episode.
That was the last episode. That wasn't even the last episode. But we can do both at the same time. Last episode was they're all back now, isn't it? So they're back and they're working together. And Cindy, what did she do? She tried to recruit my girl, the Beth. Is it Beth?
I think
the cat.
The cat.
Yeah.
So Courtney tried to recruit her. She didn't want no part of it. Then she realized that she was working with Cindy. Then she got involved.
No, but Cindy used reverse psychology.
Yeah.
To get, that's right.
Because they want to defeat Eclipso. And they believe that Eclipso can be defeated by light.
Is it by light? Was that what it is?
Yeah, the light can help defeat Eclipso. Because Eclipso has all the darkness and stuff in it.
And Eclipso is in that girl who the ring, isn't it? Is in her, or she's seen visions. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, I don't know if it's him in her, but I think a part of the crystal, right, or something like that is in her.
Oh, okay. So she's seen the things happening.
Yeah.
And obviously he's been exposed. He's the little boy he's a little boy in it. Yeah,
he's a little boy. And obviously, Pat tried to go and get Rick out of the hospital, the prison. Sorry,
prison. Yeah,
and he went to the uncle, and then the uncle weren't having a bar of it.
Hold on, yeah, he turned to a little dark side, didn't he?
Yeah,
trust me.
He said, "Okay." Started closing blinds.
I tried the nice way, man.
Close the blinds, and all of a sudden you see him picking him up from prison. I said, "Okay, I hear you."
I think he said
say
that,
no more. Say less.
I think his words were, "Well, when I was in the army, there's times when I had to go to the dark side or something like that," and that was it, boy. The guy started screaming. Wait, hold on, he didn't even touch you yet. You're screaming already like that because you're gonna get fixed.
Yeah, it was. We also had Courtney's brother. I can't remember his name. He was looking for the Thunderbolt.
Correct.
And then they had a little bit kind of comedic kind of value with him and Yakeem. Yeah.
It's just it's not a bad, but poor black name, isn't it? You know what I mean?
So Jakeem, isn't it? Just in case I don't make it. But Jakeem, the Thunderbolt wasn't with him because he wanted to get Chinese. But because you got to be quite literal with the Thunderbolt, so the Thunderbolt.
Yeah, I don't like this Thunderbolt thing. I don't like it.
So massive out Chinese food. So went to China.
Went to China to go get Chinese food.
Imagine he brings back a whole restaurant.
Yes,
I'm really not a fan of this Thunderbolt. I think it's nonsense.
What do we think of this whole Eclipso thing? Even as Eclipso as a kind of enemy or baddie in this kind of cycle.
He's a good baddie. He is a good baddie.
I like him. I don't think. Yeah, I again, until he come, that's what gripped me into the show. I was like, boom! Finally, we're getting to see who the villain is, and he looked cool, man. I'm happy. I'm happy with it. I'm happy with somewhat of the storyline to a certain degree. But hopefully,
sorry, go on.
No, go for it.
No, because obviously his goal is to turn Stargirl dark. Yeah, he wants to turn her evil. Is there a possibility it could happen, or are we saying
I think it'll happen. I think it may happen, but
like she'll overcome, or
she may overcome, or that could be season 3. You know what I mean?
Definitely season 3.
All right. Well, with that final episode's coming out this week. Looking forward to the last episode.
Sorry, I'm just
What's your
thinking
prediction?
I'm just thinking that turning her dark. I'm like, there's no way. Yeah, that will be a season 3 kind of thing. But I just.
Or something will happen where, you know, like how the Green Lantern girl, where they think they've defeated him, but something dark will enter her. In the last scene, you see her eyes turn black or something like that. You know the ones?
Yeah.
A Killer Frost concept.
Yeah.
And then they could link into Flash current. No, but I'm just saying they could link into Flash.
We don't.
No, please, no.
We don't
just leave it
mention the
alone.
programs no more, bro.
I know we had, what's his name? Jared. Is it Jared? The old Flash. What's his name?
Old Flash, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember. Yeah,
a little cameo.
Yeah, but I really think Flash will. And I'll just go absolutely berserk. And I'll Barry Allen. Honestly, if Barry Allen came in this and bang, you know, it's all over, isn't it? Next level of gassing. Yeah, next level of gassing.
Oh, you never know. It could be something towards that in the finale, just to kind of link them back into CW. Who knows?
Yeah, I think it'll work.
I hope not, though.
Yeah, so do I.
I quite like that they're separate.
For now.
All right. That's Stargirl season 2, episode 11 and 12. And episode 13, like I said, season finale. By the time the podcast comes out, you will have probably watched it, and we'll talk about it next week. Okay, let's go to our next TV show, BMF, Blowing Money Fast, Black Mafia Family.
You can't stop the rain.
You can't stop the rain.
You can't stop the rain.
Right. That's episode 6, but I'm not gonna lie, he's a driller. All right. Episode 5, we had Secrets and Lies. Okay. And this one, for example, I know Terry sat down with the mum, the dad, the lawyer, and they said, look, we'll give you 25G. Terry was happy to take it, but dad, he was refusing.
Would you agree with that? Do you think that they should go for more, or take 25 and run?
Or they can't anymore?
No, I'm just saying that.
I feel like, to be honest, you could say to yourself 25 is too little, yeah? And I understood what they were saying in the sense that this is going to be with you for life. But back
in those times, that was a lot of money, you know?
But also...
They've got money.
Unless you're saying that they are definitely liable, you got to be careful. Sometimes you just got to take the P, bro.
Yeah, I think they should have taken it just based on their life, innit, really?
Yeah.
But the parents... Well, obviously, the parents don't know that. They didn't know that at the time, innit? That Terry was involved in gangbanging life. So they're probably just thinking, nah, our son got innocently, like he got attacked or whatever, and they've messed up his eye, just take it. But I think where they're asking for too much now, it's like, nah, then obviously other people are just starting to look into their lives and think like, nah, you don't really deserve it, innit, sort of thing.
Agreed. Yeah, but like I said, to be like I said to me, like I said, you know, they are a poor family. They are a poor family, and they should have taken it. But obviously, the exposure of Terry was just like there's nothing you can literally do about it.
But he weren't listening to the doctors anyway. So like he kept just leaving and stuff. And if he just stayed put in, like, so he kind of.
And that's what I'm saying. I felt like you might have contributed to it. So for you to just say like cut off the P like that, I know the hospital could have said, yeah, it was us, but you also probably contributed to it.
Yeah.
Last week we also had the storyline of Mish and Terry, or Mish going to Pat saying, look, I know you helped us, but man wants out now, innit? Like, can I just do my own thing? Like, I'll buy from you, but I just want to buy I want to buy it large. Man was like, no, you're not buying large. You get what you're given, blah, blah, blah. And then they had a little kind of to-do, where they thought they was going to buy the drugs from any random guy. Turns out that Pat knew about it all along, switched, took a man out, and they said, "What do I have to deal with it?"
I don't actually understand that, because if the guy told Pat this is happening, why did Pat kill him?
Because he wasn't loyal.
No.
I don't think he revealed everything.
It's not clear, because
it's not clear. I know what you mean, Rich. It's not clear. It's not clear. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense why Pat killed him, because obviously he told Pat this is what he's trying to do. It's like we believe that, because there's nothing else that proves that he didn't. I don't get it.
I think he's trying to set an example, isn't it?
Mm.
Like, you know how some gang leaders got some weird way of like, you know what, even though he came to me, told him, it's like, no, you know what? I'm going to teach you to a lesson, and to show you that even if you're most loyal to me and you do something, I'll take anyone out in it, because I have that much power. Do you know what I mean?
Even my right hand man,
yeah,
I'll take him out in front of you, so you know not to ever cross me.
All right, listen, that there, you know how deep that is.
That was an episode where Mooch got punched in the stomach by him, isn't it?
That's a shuffle one. You're talking about the shuffled one, right?
Yeah, no, I was just thinking, because I remember when Mooch came to him again, and it's like, and he ended up punching him in his stomach, but I don't know if that was episode.
Oh, yeah.
That was funny, man. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Punching like it hurt.
It's funny, because Meech and them, they don't look like fighters, bro.
No, they don't, isn't it? Terry looks more like a fighter than Meech.
Yeah, because of his size.
Yeah.
But they don't look like they're ready to throw down at all.
No way. And well, to be fair, Meech said, I think, what should I say, scaredy cat? So I think there was an instance when, I think we're talking about, this is episode 11, the last episode.
Oh, you're talking about episode 6?
Yeah, when Lamar came, he put a gun to him in front of him, and then obviously Meech's boys were there and started.
But anyone would be not shook, but you'd be surprised. You come out of shop and you see a massive shotgun. You might have Omar then, you know. That was Omar. That's proper Omar. The do-rag, the long...
They proper copied that, innit? They proper copied that.
The shotgun. But a massive shot in your face, bro. Of course, you're gonna drop whatever you got, bro. You're gonna be like, what?
No, but
what do you want to do?
When his boys come out and shooting back, right? He says him, yeah, go on, run then. It's like...
It's just the hype, isn't it? It's
the adrenaline, bro. It's that fight or flight, man. But talking of Lamar and Meech, obviously, because Lamar took Meech and them's drugs, Meech decided to take the daughter, took Zoe, and quote unquote kidnapped her.
It was a nice kidnapping.
Yeah, it was a nice kidnapping. That's what I'm saying.
It was a soft kidnapping.
That's it was like soft kidnap light, bro. That was like,
I was laughing so much, man.
When she's calling you Uncle Meech, like I don't know if it's really kidnapping, but obviously
it was a soft kidnapping.
Yeah, it's because they wanted back their drugs. They gave him the phone number. They said, "Look, get our shit back." You know what I mean? And then Lamar called all the 12th Street boys. They came. They was like trying to ride out. No one could find him. They don't know where he lived. Meanwhile, the police are looking to find out, because they're saying they know where JMO is. And they end up getting the frog people to go and look at the bottom of the lake or pond, whatever the thing is, the waterwork. And they find the body. Yeah, and obviously that comes back to him. And then eventually Lamar, they got the drugs from Lamar, and then they just returned Zoe, innit?
But hold on. But you know Lamar, right? This guy's mental. Kind of just like his brethren got his daughter back. Yeah.
No, thank you.
Do you get what I mean? And he was saying to Lamar, like, bro, they were going to kill your daughter, you know? Obviously, I'm going to give up the drugs. Obviously, they weren't really going to do it, but obviously, I'm going to give up the drugs. It's like, and it was still vexing him. And I thought, no. This Lamar, different screw loose, different.
Yeah, head gone, bro, head gone. But it was interesting because obviously Slick was the one that got shot in it.
Yeah, in the leg, yeah. Yeah. He was the one.
Was Monique right to kick him out?
Oh yeah, of course. Hell yeah.
Straight.
You brought trouble to the house. You brought trouble to my child. You know. She's technically a single mother. And the only thing that she does have is a child, and that's the most important thing to her. So she had every right of doing it. And obviously he doesn't understand. He clearly doesn't understand and why he deserves a third opportunity to get back with her.
What about Kato and B Mickey?
Yeah, she's just using him, isn't it? She's just using him, man. I think obviously she's obviously seeing cracks. Obviously in this episode, the last episode, you see like there's major cracks there. So I don't know if she's gonna try and get him on her side and try and get him to work with Lamar as well. I don't know.
Or even almost using her like, I don't know, some sort of alibi, I suppose. Not necessarily an alibi, but you see like when they had that shootout and then no, that actually doesn't make no sense. No, but I kind of feel like she's kind of used him because he's a very emotional about her anyway. And it's like he'll back her if they suss her out in somewhere, isn't it?
And obviously the thing is, she wants him close because she knows, because he's he's Meech's right-hand man in a sense. So he would know everything in it. So she wants to get close to him so she could feed Lamar the details.
Yeah, for real.
What's going on.
But I don't like the way Meech treats him, you know. I don't like the way Meech treats him.
I know. It's a boying thing, isn't it?
What?
Yeah.
What you reckon? No, Meech don't boy him off.
Oh, what?
He does.
What?
He does.
He
does. He boys him up big time.
But he is a boy, if that makes sense. But like, for example, even in the second episode, it's Terry that f's up that relationship, not Meech.
Yeah, I know. I get that because Meech said to him, give him the food for free. I get that. But however, in the previous episode and that episode, he always gets boyed off, always by Meech. And it's this proper. It's like, are you meant to be my boy? Like, what's going on? Like even that time he had an issue. His mum was in hospital. He said his mum was in hospital, which from what he said. And it's like, I don't care about your mum. It's like, bro, if we're going way back and you're meant to be a right-hand man, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I don't, and I can see him turning on Meech. I can see him turning on Meech because what she's going to play with his mind.
Yeah.
And then they're going to turn on Meech because now he wants to do his own thing. Because Meech told him, you can do your own thing.
But so, with Kato as well, like, she confuses me because I'm like, you're with Lamar, but when Lamar was looking for his daughter, she could have easily said, look, they're over there, like, make a little side, whatever. But she tried her hardest for him not to see Meech with the daughter walking past the house. Do you know what I mean? She could just give him a little heads up, whatever, and he gets Colin and got a daughter, but she didn't. So I'm confused with her. She confused me.
Because you got to remember, Lamar is a bully in general, but Lamar, she's only working for Lamar because Lamar probably helped out her uncle or her dad or whatever in the past, and that's the only reason. Like, she does not want to work with Lamar at all. He's literally bullying her into doing whatever he wants because she knows Lamar would just take her out.
Yeah, and I think even if she did like sort of come clean or like, yeah, Meech has got her, I think you'd kill her. Do you know what I mean? Because like, well, you knew that he took her straight away. You didn't. Yeah, I think it would just turn on her straight away.
True, knowing Lamar, Lamar we know, yeah, he probably just killed her. Yeah.
God, when you see this guy have to run, you have to turn around and run. Leave country, bro. Leave country.
Honestly, he's literally Omar. he's literally Omar, and
well, I think he's worse than Omar.
He's worse than Omar. He's worse than Omar.
Omar had loyalties.
Yeah, he's quite slick.
Omar had a cold.
Cold. Every man's got to have his cold.
Every man's got to have a cold, boy.
Yeah, do you know what?
You can't shoot them on Sundays.
I can imagine Lamar saying it in one of these episodes, you know, about the cold. I can imagine him saying it.
He's acting smashed it like that.
No, honestly, for a British actor, and again, I think it's getting same with Samuel L. Jackson, Idris Elba. Sorry,
Yeah.
Same with Idris Elba when he was in The Wire. I didn't know who he was prior to that show.
Yeah, neither did I. Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought he was American, and I found it was English. I thought, guy, you smacked it. And a lot of people don't know that Lamar, the actor Lamar, is English. But also, and obviously, Lamar went mad in the last episode and started this randomly stabbing and killing
You can't
people.
stop the rain.
Okay.
And it was deep. It was very, very deep.
That vexed me, man. That like, and it's like he just done it more, you know, not even just the once. Just like,
right, so
sure you finish the job.
We did it twice. So he had his brethren. Yeah. And
but you know what? Sorry, his bedroom. It was so funny. He just randomly come in. Nah, this nigga's crazy. He didn't even know he was in the house. He just told himself like, this nigga's crazy. And you see Lamar just playing a computer game and just like
singing.
Yeah.
What was the best story? I didn't know his hair. I said, okay, cool. Wow, that's the last we saw of my man, bro.
But the thing is, so quickly, what made him run home to decide to start packing to go?
Like he just thinks he's a madman.
Yeah, he just thinks, this is enough. Like enough's enough in it. It's like it's a nut job.
Bruv, I got you back your daughter, you're beefing me. Telling me I'm this, I'm that. Bruv, I got you back your child, innit?
And you can see that getting meat is clouding him.
Yeah.
That's all he's focused on, just getting meat. You know what I mean? He's not being clever. He's not being clever about it as well. So it's like, you know what? I'm out of here, man.
And the thing is, it's not like Meech killed his daughter. Now, I get the vengeance, I get the anger and everything else, but bro, the way you're going on, he did not kill your daughter.
Yeah, but he's messed up that whole relationship. He's messed up that whole relationship that he had.
Which he lied about. Yeah, because even that whole relationship was a bit of
and he was sleeping with what's her name as well? What's her name, Monica or Monique? Like sleeping with her as well, isn't it? So it must that just must add to it as well, man.
Yeah.
Must hate his gut so much, bro.
And you know what frustrates me? Nobody knows where Meech lives. Listen, I will know where you live, innit? If you're I know your area.
You might not though. You know the ones that like I have people that are in
America's a big place, Like
there are people in the ends.
The states are massive as well. The towns are massive.
Yeah.
And I still think it's London. I think of London, innit? Like,
London, I'll find you in
it. And what about Pastor Swift, aka Snoop Doggy Dogg?
Delete him from the whole show.
I just see Snoop. I don't see no pastor. But I just see Snoop.
Comedy, innit?
Bruv, the man said, look, I got to stay. Man gave him money. He's like, cool, thanks. Walked out of the room, Someone said, have you got any money? The man looked, he said, I've only got $5. I said, what? Man gave you a brown paper bag with bare money. You're supposed to be a man of the Lord. You're talking about, I got $5.
Yeah, I'm more than happy for him not to be in the show.
Yeah, same.
Maybe again, you forget he was in Baby Boy, and he was actually a really good actor in Baby Boy.
He's not just the guy that does Just Eat adverts.
And he's not just in Addams Family too, as cousin. Not is it?
That's the Uncle.
Yeah, cousin.
Is it cousin? It?
Yeah.
What, Snoop is gonna be cousin It?
Yeah, he is cousin It. Well, when he raps, it's cousin It. Because cousin It's got his own language, innit? He talks mad, innit? Some mad language. But when he starts rapping, it's Snoop that raps.
In the latest animation that's come out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Okay. Obviously, parents have found out about Meech and Terry selling drugs, and all they think is, Terry, did Meech set you up? Why are you doing this? I think it's out of order that they only constantly want to blame Meech and never Terry.
Yeah, but the older sibling always takes the blame, always.
Yeah, but do you know what? Yeah, deep down, for 1 minute, the dad knows, The dad knows. The dad realistically knows, but is hoping.
He knew. Yeah.
Because the episode before that, when they went to have a christening, he looked outside and they're both Mercedes, and it's like he knows. He just knew. But obviously, the mum is a stupid mum.
It's not stupid. It's not stupid.
No, she's silly.
It's just denial, man.
Stop.
You see all the time, You see the mums just, they're in denial. That's their baby boy. They just don't want to believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just denial, man.
Not my child.
Yeah, not my child. Never.
Your child must have done something to my child for my child to respond like that.
Yeah.
That's it.
My
child would never openly go and do that. Yeah. The 12th Street Boys have kicked from Lamar, said they don't want that to do with him. So Lamar's riding solo. Just him and Slick.
And and they're working with, well, one of them's working in Meech anyway, isn't it?
Yeah.
Picking up his drugs from Meech.
The one that he choked, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
The one about choked up. Oh gosh.
And then he had the dash to say, "I'll do it again." You know, you want to do it again?
Well, the way he was choking him, it didn't look like he was acting. You know, it's like I swear this guy's getting choked.
How rude is that? You know, a man will choke you and then tell you about
with his
I'll do
belt.
it again with his belt. Next day I talk about I'll do it again.
The thing is, before he done that, I thought someone easy, and I'm like, no, he's gonna do something to it. There's no way he's gonna take that from him. No way.
And obviously we've got Q, the new girl that started, who's supposed to be the plug. But she only wants to work with Terry. She only wants to work with Terry. She don't want nothing to do with Meech.
Yeah. Didn't they come up the latest episode, didn't it?
No, she came with the one before.
She came in the episode before.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, this episode,
they went and picked up. They did go and pick up.
Oh, okay.
They picked up like 7 keys or whatever.
And like they'll show like a bit of beef between Meech, like obviously because Meech wanted to be the you know what I mean, the guy, but obviously she chose Terry. So I thought the show starting about that.
Yeah, no, I don't think they would be. No.
And they've kind of disbanded their own crew.
Yeah, they're no longer the 50 boys.
Yeah. They still call themselves the family, or
yeah.
I can't remember.
Well, I'm assuming at some point they're going to be called Black Mafia Family, innit? But at the moment they're just a family, and as the name evolves. But shout out Loose Ends, massive tune. I reckon their tune's probably gonna get re-released. It's gonna be all sorts, bro. It was sick.
Trust me. But yeah, rest in peace, man. The little soldier, you get me? Rest in peace.
That there was an absolute liberty.
The guy just likes the girl, innit?
No, he said,
little boy, you know.
He said, "I'm going to bring the rain." That's all he kept saying. I'm going to take away your water supply. Yeah, you got Nicole and Darius. Just all they were trying to do is run away from security to go and get little lips. That's all it was.
It is sad times. It was sad. I felt, you know, when you. That's how you know Lamar's acting is good, because I hated him. You know, when you hate a character, if I see myself instant running over, but that's how you know that his acting is done well, man. Yeah, big.
No, it's good. It was good. It's good.
I stabbed it once and it stabbed him again. You know, I was like, bro.
They took a minute.
And that could have been his daughter. You know. I mean, he's his child, because they're the same, roughly the same age.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was horrible. Obviously, so Darius is dead. There's no saving Darius. Do you know what I mean? He's gone. Yeah. So then next week we've got episode 7. I believe there's 10 or 11 episodes. So
that's good.
BMF season 1 still thumbs up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I love it. Love it, man.
Actually, they probably might go for a season break. You know, because they tend to do it. Yeah, they tend to do that.
I've never really, apart from
Power, I've
never really known Amazon to go on breaks, you know. Actually, no, they
well, listen, Godfather Harlem, bro.
This is not Amazon. This is
Stars.
Stars.
Yeah. That's right.
Well, Stars went on breaks with Power, innit? So
that's true. Yeah, for real.
All right. And obviously Terry told Meech that he thinks Kato and B Mickey are sleeping with each other, which obviously they are.
I don't think he says he thinks. He goes. He knows. Like, come on, man. It's obvious.
Yeah, he saw the shawl there. He said, "All right, cool. I see what's going on."
I see it, man. You're clouded, mate. You're clouded.
Why is B Mickey so clouded around Kato though? Is it just because he's with?
Bro, Kato's chung, innit? She's chung, bro. Those eyes will hypnotize any guy, bro. Except for me, obviously.
But I don't know. I just he's just feeling it. And look, he lives by himself. This guy hasn't got a girl. He's always been in a grind, and there's a girl who's also in a grind and also looks sexy. She's in your field, innit? Field of work. You don't have to pretend around her. It's who you are. And I think that it just makes things easier. Like, you know, you know what I mean? It's just someone that gets you, and I think that's what he's got.
And right, from the mum, Lucille, yeah. Obviously, when Charles started switching on the lawyer, yeah. Do you think she should have stepped in a little bit earlier?
Yeah.
And told him to shut up?
No, but in those days, he's the man in it. You can't. Women can't.
It's probably
you know what I
like
mean?
he's probably a man's man, isn't it? Like that.
Yeah,
family.
yeah.
Because he was just being hugely disrespectful to my girl for no reason.
I know.
The girl don't even get paid. The girl doesn't work. The girl, look, imagine, Rich, I told you, all right, look, the deal's on the table till Wednesday. You called me up on Saturday talking about, I want to take the deal. What deal?
Yeah.
You can tell he doesn't really have much respect for women. He thinks he does, but he doesn't, innit? He just doesn't like. He just doesn't treat them right, innit?
Yeah,
and you can tell you can see that echoing with his wife anyway, the way he talks to her.
Yeah.
No, the wife's not listening to him. I know this. The home situation. I agree with him.
Yeah,
he's a dad's dad. Like,
I think
principles.
The thing is, I think
what he's saying.
I think overall he's right about everything, innit? But it's just the way he goes about stuff. That's why they just don't like. They don't respect him, innit? Really.
I think what the son does and the daughter does.
Yeah.
No, but even though but even the way he speaks to his wife, because remember he's told her calmly, like, listen, Meech is poison. If he doesn't want to seek help or whatever, he needs to get out. If he's not going to stop selling drugs, he needs to get out. Simple. But mom was like, no, he needs to stay. Then when your other son gets shot in the eye and you're still trying to be lovey-dovey with your son, bruv, I'm out. If you're choosing him over me, and I'm the breadwinner here, and I'm trying to, and you're now taking money from him as well. On top of that, I'm out of here. Like I agree with dad, man, 100%.
No,
yeah.
That's got. He's just got to do what he's got to do until she sees sense.
Yeah.
And I think she will see sense now that the young boy has died, because obviously it affects the daughter now massively.
No, this is what it is now, because now the daughter's going to have to be interviewed by the police. The daughter can't say that the boy that she was walking down the road with has been stabbed to death and I know nothing about it. So does that mean police might use the daughter to try and get to Meech and Terry?
Well, potentially, but the daughter's too young.
She doesn't know much. The only thing she knows is that obviously Lamar approached her in the shop, innit? But she doesn't know what's going on really.
No, maybe she won't know. So she won't know about Lamar, but she'll know about her brothers, innit? She's always getting money. She
doesn't really know about brothers.
She gets money from her brothers. Her brothers get money.
Yeah, but she doesn't know where it comes from and stuff. She doesn't really know.
I think she knows. She's not stupid.
She can't. What can she tell the police? What can she tell them?
No, yeah, she can't tell them anything.
No, but they would apply pressure on her, though, innit? That's what they'll do. They'll try and give her that good cop, bad cop nonsense or whatever. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff.
I actually think that won't work, because the fact that you're talking about your brothers. Do you get what I mean? So I don't think that will work. And plus, she's underage, so her parents have got a guardian has to be with her.
Yeah.
And hopefully it's the dad. Well, I don't know actually. Dad might say no, it's Terry and it's Meech. Boy, it's Meech. So it's better if the mum is there. The mum is quite firm. Yeah. But yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, we're still here for BMF. Looking forward to the next couple episodes. Just a quick one. Insecure season 5 is back. What are your thoughts, my brother Merv?
It's just bringing back those Insecure vibes, man. Like proper, just I missed it, innit? It was a good first 2 episodes, man. Like proper funny still. Like I'm proper loving Molly's hair, man. Like, I need to rock that myself, mate.
Well, he's got a short back and sides with a nice little parting.
Yeah, it's the last season as well, isn't it?
Yeah, last season.
Yeah. So don't know how they're gonna finalize it, but yeah, it's looking good, man.
What I do like though is I do like the fact that they have given their friendship another go.
Yeah.
So, because I think otherwise, I don't know what would have been a season without both of them vibes in.
It's true. But they probably got some episodes to, again, maybe they might be confident. Maybe they might not be. Maybe it might be them two against someone else. Who knows? Yeah.
But yeah, no, definitely it's nice to have Insecure back. Insecure is being shown on SkyComedy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that comes out weekly on SkyComedy, or you can watch it on alternative platforms, and it's released in America on a Sunday. So
is it Sunday or Monday? I think it's
in
Monday.
America, Sunday.
Sunday. Okay, yeah. Because I know it comes out Tuesday morning or Tuesday here. No,
Yeah.
Monday, yeah. Yeah, Tuesday, yeah.
All right, cool. Love. Yes, and we will be getting into Secure a bit more once we've get through the rest of the stuff. All right, wicked. Very quickly, a new
wicked.
Jungle is massive. Sorry, very quickly, a new series called Queens has officially started on, I want to say ABC. So obviously you go watch it on the platforms, and it is starring Brandy, who is Naomi.
This is what you're talking about.
Yeah, aka Explicit Lyrics. We have Naturi Norton, who is Tasha from Power. She's Jill, aka The Thrill. We have Eve as Brianna, aka Professor Sex, and then we have now Nadine Velazquez, who plays Valeria. I won't get into it too much because I know some of you haven't watched it, but I will really, really, really encourage you to try and watch it. It's actually sick.
Yeah, no, I really showed me this time ago. And I was
yeah.
I said, "Pa, it's for existence."
Yeah, I know.
But I might watch it.
Is it alternatives?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I think the third episode comes out tonight, or the first episode comes out today. So by the time you watch it, it'll be 3 episodes. But this is the kind of one that you could watch like comfortably with the missus, like kind of thing, like as a we never watched nothing together. You could watch it with them, and do you know what I mean?
I didn't like that. No, that's not for another day.
Yeah, no, yeah. Do you know what? I was about to. I'll save that to after the pod. Like,
but do you know what? It's because you just don't want to waste time talking.
No, all right. Here, imagine.
I'm not saying nothing.
Imagine.
No.
I'm going to because you brought up Rich. Yeah, imagine. Yeah, like the other day, like I was here just chillaxing, and then Bance came round. Yeah, Bance is one of the missus' friends. Yeah, Simon's missus. Yeah. So we are going, you're right. That's it. Yeah. And then me and Bance are in the house for like an hour. Yeah, there's no need for no communication. Every so often, blah blah. Okay, cool. And that's it. Yeah. Mrs. came back. She's like, "What? So what? You have been there for like an hour. You don't even talk." And I'm like, "Bruv, we're just comfortable in each other's silence, bruv. We're just comfortable in each other's silence. Not everything has to be spoken.
Thank you.
Not every day." And that wasn't an impression of anyone.
Well, and that's the thing. You're right. You don't need. And what's funny?
I feel.
No, not you, Rich. It was obviously you, Rich.
No, but like you said, sometimes. But to be fair, for you to be there for half an hour and not saying anything, it is quite strange.
No, we spoke. But what I'm saying is we're not going to be speaking for 45 minutes. Like, we're cool in each other's company is what I meant. Sometimes you can just be around each other's presence and you don't have to be talking. You know? That's what I was saying.
Some people don't understand that.
Evidently. But yeah, Queens, I think is actually really good. The synopsis is they used to be a girls group. And then they grew up basically. So one's become a mum, one's still trying to become a failed musician. They've just got like life in it. And then they're pulled together. One of their tunes was playing on the radio. And it was like a clever idea to them to have a reunion show. And then literally that's what it's about. And then I won't talk about the rest. Like, I'm not going to spoil it. But I think I fully enjoy it. I fully enjoyed it. Like, you know, like you watch one episode, you go straight into the second one. That's how I watched it.
Was that 20 minutes?
No, they're about 50 minutes, like 40 minutes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. But also,
proper things. Okay.
But the girls, like, it's funny because watching like Brandy's sick at rapping. Like watching Brandy rap and then Eve rap and like, because they're like a girls group, innit? So that's why it's just funny. But yeah, no, I'm fully for that.
You know what's back as well, Diesel, that I didn't know? 20, season 2's out.
2020. Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You know what? I'm like, sorry, again, this is something you don't understand. When the pod, like a lot of the time, is just us having communication. It's just normal conversation in it. So if we go everywhere, it is what it is. But yeah, bro, I saw that it said 20. I forgot what 20 was.
Yeah.
I didn't forget what. Okay, cool. I will jump on that, bro.
I need to jump on that as well.
Let me write that down, bro. I will jump on that. That was funny. That was good. All right. Season 2, yeah? All right. Alternative, yeah?
Yeah.
Wicked. Again, another show. All right, guys, just for the record, I was on half term last week, yeah? Just in people think like, what the fuck? Like, do you just watch TV, bro? No, like I was at home. It was cold. A new series called Swagger has started on Apple TV. It comes out every Friday, and they had the first 3 episodes that came out last week Friday. It's about a young man who wants to be a professional basketballer, and it's basically about his story. And the mum really wants him to be a professional basketballer, and she finds a coach who happens to be a Ice Cube's son, like in real life. You know the one who was in.
Yeah, he's a good actor, man.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He was in. What was the story of Ice Cube? NWA.
NWA.
Yeah, their story.
Yeah, Compton.
Compton. Yeah, it was Compton.
Yeah. Compton.
Straight out Compton. Yeah.
Straight out Compton.
Yeah, so he's in it. Straight out Compton. We got it in the end. But it's really good. It's really good. But obviously, American sports a bit different. But like, actually, it's real in the sense of all of the things people have to do to get to be the top of their game. And I think it's a good program, especially if you would want it to be an athlete or you want to be a professional sports person, to watch some of it to kind of see what you have to go through. Although I am very glad, while I think America is the land of like opportunity and all the rest of it, I'm very glad that I didn't bring the kids up there and I wasn't born there, bro. The kid literally just goes out to take his literally takes his dustbin out, gets harassed by the police. One police officer's talking about like, I saw you the other day at the station. Like, get down on the floor, handcuffs him, all sorts. Man's like, I've never been to police station in my life. It's like, yes, I have. I saw you the other day. Mum comes out, turns out like, because obviously this kid is like a phenom in basketball. Like, so he's like one of the number top in the rankings. They realize that it's not the kid. The man's like, oh yeah, sorry about that. And that's it. Like, you know, like it's
that's
just
it.
like
that's
cool.
it, man.
And then the man's like, no, I showed you his video the other day. And the man's like, okay, maybe that's why I said it. Like I saw you the other day. The mum was like, oh, you even apologize? The man just looked like, you know, like it's that kind of no. You know, she does that. And you're supposed to be black. And he was like, you know, like that he had that look. So, but yeah, no, if you do get a chance to watch it, Swagger on Apple TV. I know Merv would be probably the only one that watches Apple TV, but it's also on alternative platforms. Yeah, it's also on alternative platforms. Okay. Rich. A limited series came out on Netflix the other day, starring Colin Kaepernick, called Colin in Black and White. 6 episodes, maybe about half hour each.
Yeah, about that. About half an hour each, yeah.
What were your thoughts on it?
I thought it was really good. Do you want to break it down first before I start flowing into it?
All right, so what Colin in Black and White is watch it? I'm joking. The story of Colin Kaepernick.
No. Pass the battle quick, boy.
I don't know why I did that anyway. I was just like,
no, you passed the baton quick. I didn't.
Oh, but you came to me thinking why?
There's only 2 of us have watched it.
Yeah, no. So you kick it off.
All right, cool. Well, on a very quick one, Colin in Black and White is basically a series about Kaepernick and him kind of growing up. And he was a young phenom in sports. So he played multiple sports. He was good in basketball, good in baseball. I was about to say cricket, but it's baseball. And obviously American football. And it's kind of like his story of him, what people wanted from him. So he got a lot of offers. He goes through college. He got a lot of offers to go and play professional baseball. He's like, no, I want to play professional football. He wasn't getting any contracts, but he's adamant he wants to play American football kind of thing. And obviously, as we know, he ended up playing American football and was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
That's the NFL.
I was like, NBA, no, that's the other one. But yeah, NFL. From my perspective, it was good because, to be honest, I knew nothing about Colin Kaepernick. I just knew he was the guy that like wanted to take the knee.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about him. I didn't know if he's, I didn't know if he's a good quarterback, a bad quarterback. I knew nothing about him.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah.
We wouldn't. That's what I'm saying. We wouldn't.
Yeah.
We don't know American sports. But this gave me a bit of an insight to him. Like, it's a weird one because Colin Kaepernick is obviously he's light skinned, yeah. So like you'd think like maybe
dual heritage.
That's
what I mean. Like
no, but I don't think he is. I don't.
No, I don't know. It's not what.
He's not dual heritage. I don't think he's dual heritage. Was he dual heritage?
He is, man.
To be fair, we don't even know in it. We don't.
In the series, he doesn't come. No, that's what I'm saying. Maybe he is, but in the yes, that was it. He's adopted. He's adopted by white parents, but I don't think he was. He had a black mum in the show, and obviously we don't know dad.
Okay.
So I don't know if he used dual heritage. That I don't know. But he identifies as black if we're going to use, that kind of terminology.
Yeah.
And he was very righteous with it. And it was like, it was funny episodes, like even when when he first gets his cane rose, like gets his hair plait. And like his mum, who's his adopted mum, white, she's like, no, you look like a ruffian, or you look like a roughneck, or whatever it is.
No, to be fair, she doesn't say anything first. She's like,
not at first, but then she does.
Yeah, she does eventually, kind of like, okay, because obviously,
or was it argument? It says with your stupid hairdo.
No,
it wasn't, because at first, because obviously she's black and he's in a white family, and they used him just having his afro out, which they got no problem with. And obviously in school, he's got 1 or 2 black friends, but the area they live in is a posh white area. So your parents will be, you live in that area, your parents will be wealthy. So there's not a lot of black people in that area. Or you know when a lot of parents really work hard and from a different area, and they send their kids there and stuff like that.
Like they move out and go to Essex.
You got jokes, innit?
Something like
that.
Got him. and I think this particular episode, I think it's the first or second episode. Yeah, and his friend goes to him, look at my new hair, look at my hair, got a cane road, blah blah. Like
it's funny. None of you got cane roads in it, yeah. Or if any of you that had cane, used to. So like he's laughing because he's like, the cane roads, they only like literally they're topping the top. You know, like when you first get them and like they're not very long, so they only like touch the top of your neck. Like so he's going, look, they're touching, look, and he's like going like this, and there's like hardly anything there, but he's trying to get a little bit length, whatever. Then obviously Colin Kaepernick goes, he's got length and all that kind of thing. So there are little funny moments in it.
Yeah.
And sorry, go on, Rich. I'm gonna go with Rich. One of the funniest was when in that episode she goes to a black hairdresser's. Yeah. And then the black hairdresser's like, all right, look, sometimes you come to the shop or sometimes you come to my house. Yeah. So there's one episode where he goes to the house. There's one part he goes to the house to get his hair cane rolled or whatever. And he's like, do you want some food? And he's like, yes, please. So like she prepares him a plate. And then the mum's like, you're gonna have to get some salt and pepper because he's always putting salt and pepper on the food, yeah. And he looks and he takes a bite of the food. He's like, no, this is delicious. Like, the first time he's tasted seasoning, yeah, I was dying. I was dying, bro. It's like little subtle things.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, the mum was in the house and she was looking around. There's black pictures, there's black this, there's black that, and obviously the area the woman who's in their cane rolls in is in the ends. And the mum's like, "Oh, how long is this gonna be? Okay, I'll come back." She's like, no, I need to get out of these ends.
Yeah, she shook her, definitely shook her.
No, but what I loved about the mum and dad, right? They never made it apparent that issues he was having in school or with the police and getting stopped had anything to do with him being black. They're always shied about, that's your first, like, I think he decided to drive, they gave him an opportunity to drive the car for the first time because he got his permit. And they stopped him. Their parents knew because he was black. And they said, it's your first time of being stopped. I was stopped many times when I was younger. So they really tried to kind of avoid the whole black thing.
I think that was their ignorance, I feel like because of that, I feel like
they knew.
Nah, I don't know if they did, That's what I'm saying. I don't know. But looking at them, I don't know if they did. I think they just felt like, oh, it's all right, you bust your first ticket, as opposed to you got pulled over because you're black. And when they said you were speeding, you was not speeding.
They just didn't want to say it. But they didn't want him to make you feel that he's a victim because of his complexion, even though he might have thought it, but they tried to not make him feel that way, where he feels that he knows he's different, of course, but he just didn't want him to have that kind of negative effect on him, which I think is really good.
I see both arguments. I see which argument. I see Nate's argument as well.
Yeah, no,
I see both. I can see what I can see from Nate's point of view. I can see what I sort of see from Rich's point of view.
Yeah, definitely. But I don't know, maybe it's me, but when you watch it, that was one of the things I looked at. I was like, are you giving them a true experience? Like, do you know, like that? Like sometimes in the sense of like, because maybe it's a white family, can they show him what it's like to be in a black family? Do you know what I mean? If that makes it, like, can you truly embrace it? Because he's going to go through different difficulties. Yeah,
but the thing is, they could never embrace it. However, they took the opportunity of taking a baby home, which needed a home.
No one's saying that what they've done hasn't been amazing, because it has. It was just looking at some of those kind of nuances, like even stuff like him getting his hair done. Like, no, it's the rules are, the coach says you need to get your hair cut. Okay, but why? Like, it doesn't make no difference. You know, like they were very adamant about that. Like, yeah, you look like a ruffian, or you look like they didn't understand Colin. Like, for example, all right, so there's one bit. So I feel like I'm showing you bare things of thinking. I'm going to stop off this bit.
No, it's cool. No, it's cool. It's cool.
So there's the bit where he says,
hold on a second, what bit is cool? Because you watched it.
No, because it's a really good show.
It's I think
what we're saying.
Like what I'm saying, I'm not. But like, there's a bit where he goes, basically, he fancies this black girl. Yeah, he likes this black girl, and like his friends, like, no, what are you doing, bro? Like, there's Sally or whatever her name is. It's not Sally, but like, you know, there's Sally. You know, sorry, I just get this English.
The whitest.
I know. I always do it. Like, but it's that like Sally's paying, and he's no. I like Lakeisha. No, but Sally. No, I like Lakeisha. Then eventually, like, he like hooks up with Lakeisha, whatever. He's like, Lakeisha's like, oh, should we go to dance? What color should we wear? Gold. He's like, all right, cool. They go, they take a picture, sick picture, like them two at the prom, whatever. Comes back, picture shows his parents. The parents like, oh, all they could say was, oh, yeah, gold is really her color. Yeah. That picture gets folded up and put in the drawer, bruv. Yeah. He falls out with my girl, whatever, for whatever reason, because he ain't got enough time because he was playing sport, whatever. He goes to a next dance with somebody totally different. But obviously that one looks like Sally, innit? That picture gets put up on the wall. And that's what I'm saying. So as much as we say that they're trying to not make him blame on anything, you can see that that's not right.
No, of course, yeah. There's the same parts of it, yeah, of course, I get that. No, I totally get that.
But yeah, it is about Colin Kaepernick and him kind of growing up and him getting a contract because he thought he'd be able to get an NFL contract with all these people, but all these people just weren't trying to feel him. I think it's a good, powerful watch.
No, I watch it. Sounds good, man. I watch it.
But I honestly think there's going to be a season 2. Because he can talk about, yeah, he made it, but and the knee thing that can actually continue. I really think that can continue. Maybe not another 6 episodes. Yeah, I really think that can manifest into something as well, and what he does following the knee, and just talk about it. And instead of him being a narrator, him then being the character. If that makes sense, because obviously he's narrating a child, him growing up, and there's parts of him walking around and showing you this, and I really think he can come into the next season as himself, and then go from there.
Possibly, but yeah, that's on Netflix. Colin in black and white. Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah, it talks about like subtle bits of racism and all that. I think it's really good, man.
And yeah.
It's nicely acted. There's no one in there like that messes it up. I think it's good. So yeah, that's out on Netflix UK or whatever Netflix you use. All right, we're going to quickly just go a little bit more thing. There were a few series that had come out that we had watched. We'll start very quickly with the series that came out, and we mentioned that it came out a few weeks ago. I think it came out on the 15th of October, to be fair. but we hadn't spoken about it yet because some of us were saving it or wasting it. I think I'd also told you that it was going to be whack, and so was somebody I'd heard allegedly. That's what I'd heard. You season 3. Anyone want to jump off? How as a season? How did you think it was?
How the season? It was the weakest one for me. It was the weakest one.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was very unrealistic. The killings. It was very. It was just too unrealistic, and it was just too on pulse. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. It just wasn't for me.
It did get to a point where I was like, all right, I can't really take this seriously as I did the other two, because it's almost like who's dying next. That's what it was. It's like it was a bit too comical, and just like I just want to just kill people for the sake of it. Whoever
it was funny. It was funnier than the other seasons.
Yeah, and that's what I think. I think they just went to the. But even from when you could see from the trailers, you could see that it's like, all right, they've got a child now, and it's going to be a bit, funny with like their neighbors and all the white picket fence sort of thing happening. But yeah, it was mad. It was a bit mad. Like I did like the way it ended though, because I thought, how are they going to sort of wrap this up really? And I was actually quite shocked that the amount of effort they put into it with a certain character. I'm just surprised that it just ended in that way. And
you mean her? Her?
Yeah. And I'm glad that it's like.
Rich, do you watch it or you don't watch it?
No.
Are you gonna watch it?
No.
Okay.
I watched a bit of the first season.
If you're not gonna watch it, it's fine. We can do spoilers.
Yeah.
But like that. You're right. The way, the ending was smart. It was smart. The ending was very smart on how they done it and stuff. Because I was thinking, boy, you're gonna kill him off. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking, how is he gonna get out of this one?
Exactly. Yeah.
But how the hell are you gonna get out of this one now?
But it was smart the way he just planned everything beforehand, didn't it? Like he just knew that something was up, and I thought, okay, they might probably do a season 4 now, if anything.
Well,
and they could.
Season 4. It's already been announced.
It's been announced. It's been announced, and that's upset me because it wasn't supposed to be a season 4. It was supposed to finish at season 3. That was the plan.
I think it should finish at season 3. Yeah, this should be the last season. Definitely.
Part of me feels it should finish at season 2, to be honest. But I think they wasted. I think him as a character, like him as like a person that goes out, finds someone, falls in love with them, blah blah, starts stalking them, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, is one thing. But for them to then kind of, he gets that, she's also like that, then she switches and becomes like mummy, and then he can't handle it. I was just like, it's too much. Like, just split up. Like just break away from each other. Like if you're not helpful with each other, why are you not doing this? Like, he went over to the girl's house in the first episode, but I thought she was going to be like the thing for the whole series.
Yeah,
bro, that's what I'm saying.
One episode, like, you're deaded. What?
Yeah, I was surprised.
It was too much. It was too much. It was.
And you ain't done nothing.
No, man.
I wasn't happy, bro.
Yeah.
They were just killing people for the sake of it. I thought it was interesting with the neighbors though. Like the
freaky couple.
The freaky.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Yeah, I forgot because that like the woman. What's her name again? Anyway, I saw you gave it S anyway, but she would like. At the beginning, I thought this woman needs to die a horrible death.
Yeah.
Sherry.
Yeah, that's it, Sherry. Like, but I think once they got captured and put in a cage, I'm like, no, these two are so funny. Like they need to live in it, and obviously they did. But they just turned so comical afterwards, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
But he's still a freak, man. Why is he just constantly doing stuff in his car?
Bro,
to himself.
I was watching it on the train, innit? And I was watching it on the train, and my tablet's quite big, innit? So I'm just there watching things. It's like, okay, like trying to turn it around. I'm thinking like, and I forgot he does stuff like that as well, It's like,
and that's why that's why the neighbor starts talking to him in the first place. Why the neighbor goes and gets him condoms, because he's violating himself in the car. It's like, hey, you know what I mean? Just do your thing. Nah, it was definitely, there are funny bits in it. There are definitely funny bits in it, but there were bits that I was like, you're stretching this one.
Yeah, it's definitely a stretch.
Like, I didn't even know why he fell in love with the librarian woman anyway.
Exactly. Nah.
Yeah.
I got
feelings. Sabrina, isn't it? Cool. You recognise
That's
Sabrina?
it.
Is
That's
it
it. I was thinking, I
Prudence?
know
Yeah.
her. Where did I know her
Yeah.
from?
Yeah.
Of course. Yeah. I was trying to figure it out. I even Googled it, but I didn't see Sabrina. But yeah, okay. Makes sense. It makes sense. Yeah. She's like a grown woman though.
Yeah. She'll look like
That's why I couldn't put
older.
them. That's why I couldn't put them together because she's a proper teenager in Sabrina,
Yeah.
and here she's a proper big woman. She's a good actress.
Yeah. No, it was good. I like I said, she was a good character. I hope he doesn't find her.
Yeah, I think because the way it was going, like she's proper the one, isn't it? Like no Beck, no love, like she's the one. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really understand why she was the one to be.
Yeah, trying to talk to the child. You ain't my daddy. No, it was like, yeah, it's you. So I think a lot of us will watch it for continuity and because we've already invested in it. And I think Netflix will get away with maybe doing a subpar season 4.
Yeah.
My boy's reading the book, or he's read the book. I don't know how it relates to the book. Like in the sense of if they stay true to it or not, if they've kind of deviated. All right. We had a show on SkyOne, which we spoke about before, which was called Cobra. Season 2 came out, which was Cobra Cyberwar. And on a very quick one, Cobra is the name of the meeting that if there's a serious incident going off of like state emergency or any of that kind of thing, they have a Cobra meeting where all of the heads of the major, like maybe the army, army, navy, the prime minister, all of that, they kind of get together and they have these Cobra meetings. And in this one, in season 2, this also came out on October the 15th. It was about cyber war, and basically other countries are trying to take over. And it's now war, not just war on the kind of field where you two men are fighting. We now got different ways of war. We can do a lot of stuff cyber. We can stay in our house. Yeah, we'll just attack your infrastructures.
Yeah, that's deep way.
What were your thoughts on the series as a whole, Merv?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, I like the way it started. Like, because I thought initially it was just about the water, the flooding and the water supply. And I swear some of that is going on now, isn't it? Really about So that was quite deep the way they just tied that together really as well. Like, they focus a lot on what's her name? Do you know he's the woman with the short hair, the white short hair? I can't remember her name.
Oh, the deputy? No, his like his aide or whatever. Yeah,
a lot of focus on her this season as well, isn't it? Like, and I don't know if you felt the same thing, but did they have some sort of relationship before or something?
Yes. Yeah.
So
Anna Marshall.
Yeah, that's it, Anna. Yeah. So they kind of focus a lot on their relationship without necessarily saying too much about it as well. No, but I did think it was good, man. It's interesting. Like, it went really quick. It didn't drag at all or anything.
No, it's number 6 episodes. The prime minister is moving a bit mad certain time.
Yeah.
Like, remember, but it was very relevant, and it's very relevant in the sense of, like, I mean, they brought out all the 6 episodes like at the time, and then obviously we had the stabbing of the MP.
Yeah.
And because something similar happens in episode 4, they locked off. You couldn't find 4, 5, and 6. Basically, you could only watch 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Because it was that too sensitive to the time that it took place, whatever. Yeah. Then maybe about a week later, they then released episode 4, 5, and 6. Yeah, it's like I said, it's got Robert Carlyle in it. They're different people. Some of the people you might recognize, Victoria Hamilton. There's a lot of people in there, but I think it's good. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed that kind of to and fro. Like, you got the Scottish guy who knows what he's doing, and he's kind of like a good person. The prime minister have to kind of pull somebody back onto the team who they don't really want to be on the team. There seems to be a lot of backstabbing and all of that stuff as well.
No, blatantly,
yeah.
No,
all right. Good, man. That's good. That's Cobra Cyberwar. It's on SkyOne, Sky Max, and all those kind of things. The last series that we were supposed to speak about, but we saved it for a man like Merv, was C. Okay, we had C season 2.
was very good. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we briefly spoke about it, but season 2, I think went from strength to strength.
Yeah. Yeah.
It went from strength to strength.
It's one of those series that if you don't capture it straight away, you could lose yourself. Like you could just lose interest. Like what the hell is going on? But even like the first episode of this one, I was like, I've got to concentrate a bit more because there's a lot happening. But obviously, it's like we're coming off the back of season 1 where obviously the 2 children, they're grown ups now, but they can see in that, and then there's just a lot more people that can see, and there's prophecies or some predictions that everyone will see at some point. And obviously, after Baba Foss kills his dad, like you got his brother involved now, isn't it? What's his name? Dave Bautista.
But is it not a thing? Yeah. That Bautista and Jason Momoa, I mean, like everything together.
Yeah.
Like they're in absolutely everything together.
They're June together as well.
Yeah. They're just like everything together.
There's only 2 things, mate.
Oh, is it? Is it nothing else then together? Well, it seems like that. Maybe it is. Because there was like how many episodes of C, it seems like every week they were together. So I'd watched it like week by week.
So I need to rate on your camera.
No, you can rate on the parade because like, it was honest. And
they feel like the same caliber of actor, isn't it? That's what I thought.
Rubbish.
They're not rubbish actors. I feel like Jason Momoa, if he wasn't in Aquaman, he could have been in New Guardians.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, what was your thoughts on the series?
I liked it, man. It was really good, really engaging, epic, action-packed. It's just too violent, bro. Too violent. You know what I mean? I love it.
Darker Game of Thrones, isn't it?
Yeah, proper darker. Thank you. That's it. Proper darker Game of Thrones,
but with better lighting.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it, man. Really enjoyed it. Enjoyed the ending, everything about it.
Bro,
the last war.
I didn't enjoy the ending.
It was shocking, though, isn't it?
Like, no, man.
What's her name? Is it Paris?
Paris. That upset me, man.
That upset me. But that's what I mean. That's what I love about it. You don't see it coming.
Yeah.
And what's Steve is that the guy that you could see that she's almost having a relationship with, like, and he died, and it's like, yeah, just let Paris know. Just let her know.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, you'll soon find out soon, and you'll be together. Like, it's mad, man. No, but I enjoyed it, man. It was good. The queen is
heartless. She's heartless, bro.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, there's no way that
annoying voice.
Her sister just took over the throne. Like, yeah, okay, safe in it. Watch what happens in it. Like,
the queen was moving.
She's chained up, but she's still causing havoc. How? Yeah.
Mad.
And obviously, her telling what's her name? Her sister about Kofu. Is it Kofu or Kofu? Yeah. What happened? Like, yeah, that's just gonna throw a turn in the works, man.
But she breeded her nephew, brother. That's mad. So mad. Because you want a baby that can see.
Oh, the way she seduced him, bro, was so like she went a long way, bro. Horse rides, kiss on the lip. You know what I mean? Like seduced my man, you know.
Yeah.
He didn't put up much of a fight there. That's the thing.
Nah. He's a young buck, isn't he? It's probably, I think it's a V-Reg as well.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
And he could see. But then even the sister, who's a I forgot we're allowed to say these words. The sister, she's a lesbian. And then she obviously fancies the other girl that can see, but she's from the other side.
Yeah.
And then even them, like every 2 seconds, they're on a lip sync thing. Then it was just getting, I was like, okay, this program. It made me remember series 1.
Because series 1 was done that, right? Those...
No, but remember in series 1, she used to go and pray. Remember in series 1, the queen used to pray. What she called praying. Yeah, I remember.
Well, because that's how she got him the first time, innit?
Yeah.
Like, come on, pray. I help you pray. So I'm beating him off. Beating him off, boy. That's it. After that, boy, he was sold.
Must have been like, what's sold? Auntie.
Oh, Auntie, this feels too good. I said, okay. Yeah. Nah, it is. I'm looking for. Obviously, season 2 is just finished, so season 3 is going to be a little while. Yeah. But
what do you think? Like, why do you think? Like, what's his name?
Baba Voss.
What if he left? Like, he just thought, this ain't my home, man. This is not me.
Yeah,
Like, it's not my lifestyle, man.
Yeah.
I'm all about the woods.
Yeah.
I'm all about the forest.
So that's what I'm saying. It'd be interesting if there is a season 3. Who do you concentrate on? Do you concentrate on Bubba Voss, or do you concentrate on developments of what's happening with everyone else?
He'll come back.
Yeah.
I think he'll come back.
No, I know, but I'm saying, but at the beginning, do you have 2 separate story arcs, and eventually they get together?
Yeah, I think what happened is the Queen will convince Kofu to release her, and then because he's weak-hearted, isn't it? He will definitely listen to her, and then she'll escape or whatever, or they may take over somehow. And yeah, I can see that happen, and then they'll hold the Queen captive somewhere, and then, yeah.
But I will shout out their war strategy. Bad boy. Bad boy.
You know what killed me? Though, the war? That little boy.
Left.
Up.
Like, 2 paces.
Someone shoot him in the head, please.
And did you not just want my man to take him out of the game? Like,
that's what I'm saying, man.
Don't save him. Take him out of the game.
Take him. What an annoying child. What a problem child, you know. No.
To your right, 3 paces. Doof. Left.
I should have got a straight arrow in him, boy.
Bro.
Arrow in the eye, boy. Arrow in the eye.
Trust me.
Yeah, I did like it. Even the ice, them getting onto the ice breaking, all of that. I thought it was amazing strategy.
Yeah.
Amazing strategy. All right, that's C. That is on Apple TV. Yeah, Apple TV. Or alternative platforms, obviously. Yeah. We've done enough shows. Quickly get into some films very quickly. I know you haven't watched it, so I'll just say James Bond, No Time to Die. Definitely worth a watch. Yeah. I know I put that in the group already. I've watched it twice. Definitely time to watch. Although you also find a cameo in there from Little Sims.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, big things, man. Bigger
Little Sims. She's singing, so there's a little thing. Yeah, okay, cool. It's a bit fun. Yeah, there's a funny bit. Okay, I won't ruin it because I won't do it. But I will say everything we spoke about before, when we spoke about James Bond, anything is possible. I'll leave it at that. Yeah? Anything is possible. It might sound coded, but you'll get it when you watch it. Dune. Film.
See, because of your verdict on Dune, I find it hard to trust you with James Bond because you said Dune was epic.
Dune is epic.
No, it's not.
Dune is epic.
It's a waste of time.
Dune is absolutely epic.
Absolute waste of time.
No, Dune is epic.
Waste of time.
Dune
for me, it was bullshit.
No, Dune is sick, bro.
Wow.
I think Dune.
I beg you, man, watch it. I know it's 2 hours, 40 minutes, but let's watch it, you man. I beg you.
I intend to.
No, I just want to hear your. Yeah.
I think Dune is epic.
Long for nothing.
Well, I heard
no. Dune is epic. To believe when I say it, I think it's epic. I think because this is part 1, you're gonna have part 2. So part 1 is a lot of storytelling. Yeah. Part 2, I just think, just if they do it right with part 2, they've built a world that they can continue to do series and all of that in it.
It's a Star Wars write-off. Buy it.
Nice. No, but that's not. No. You know what it is? No, but see, yours.
I'm a Star Wars man now. You get me? I can say these things. You get me, man?
But I don't think it is. You know what it is? No, but everyone has been saying that. Everyone has said that. Everyone has said that. But I'm talking about from the books. I don't think it is. One of the things. No, it's a book that was out in 1965. But what I'm saying is the book from the beginning. They used to say that the book was too complicated, and because they had so many different stories in it, they said it was biting stuff from things like Star Wars, from this, from that. That's what they were saying then. Okay, I take back. It's not shit. Okay, I take that back. It's not shit. But I think maybe my expectations were set at a certain level and it didn't reach my expectations. I think that's what it is. If it's anything like the 1984 version or 85, I think, then because that I watched that one and it's so complex. Yeah, like, so this one is a little bit less complex only because it's half of that. Yeah. So if you think of it, so that whole story that you've seen in the 19, that was like one of the full books, where this is like half a book. Yeah, and to be fair, a lot of people have said that it's a lot better that they've done it this way because you can't put this whole story into one film. Yeah, that's what they said. They said like I read up about it, and they said like the adaptation's been notoriously difficult, and they said literally, it's like they think it's one of the hardest books to make a film because there is so much happening in the books. Yeah, I don't know. I appreciate what you said, Kel. You think it's like shit. I just think I don't know, man, because I knew nothing about it. Like I literally just went to the cinema to watch it.
Maybe I think it's your fault. When we say epic, I'm thinking Lord of the Rings. I'm thinking it's not any Lord of the Rings level. No,
it's not. No. It's not Lord of the Rings. But you know what it is?
When you say epic, that's what I'm thinking.
Okay,
you know what I mean, epic.
But I think that, like, for me, I just feel like it could be the start of something big, if that makes sense. If they get the second episode right,
if they get it right, they get the second film right, then maybe. But this film for me was
I don't know, because I don't really watch enough science fiction like this, in it. So like for me, when I was watching cinema, I fully enjoyed it. I was waiting by myself. I didn't have no expectations. You know, I had to sit there. I just see the film. No.
Seriously,
I was going to say that myself.
12, 40 minutes. You didn't sleep once.
Nah, bruv. You told you, bruv. Like, I don't. There's sometimes, like I'm saying, I can go to cinema now. I can watch certain films. I'm just like, okay, cool. I'm awake.
Because there's a lot of spells in that film. There's nothing happening, bruv.
Yeah, bruv, exactly. And I went to watch that film, no popcorn. Remember, that's why I messaged you, man. And I said that I got to cinema, I forgot my popcorn at home, and I was vexed.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I liked it. But yeah, Dune is out. That's out in cinemas. There are 3 novels. But yeah. I don't know if I'm going to read the novels yet. I may get them as audio books, but when I tried to download it, it said it was like 30 hours. I said,
how many books are there?
3.
So this film is half of a book.
Yes, half
of the first book.
Yeah.
That's for that.
Also, Venom, Let There Be Carnage is out. None of you have watched it, so I won't ruin it. But I will say stay for the mid-credit scenes. Because, like, you know, I think like when you see films like now, like sometimes I Google to see if there are going to be post-credit scenes or whatever. But if the lights don't fully come on, like where are you getting up and going? Do you know what I mean? Like, or see bare people walking out cinema. I said to this one guy, mate, there's something else happening. He goes, what? Oi. Said to his son, oi, something else is happening. And they stood there and watched it. Said, oh, okay, cool. And he walked out. And I was thinking to myself, like, I would hate if you watch the cinema, like watch the film, there's a big, massive, like post-credit kind of reveal and you didn't see it because you just wanted to get up and go toilet.
No, I should let them go, you know. I should let them go with it. That says they're right.
Yeah, fair enough. But I won't get Venom, Let There Be Carnage. I'll just kind of leave it at that. I'm not going to give it a rating. I didn't like Venom, where some of you did. So, like, I just watched it for the pod. And then the last film that came out this week was Army of Thieves on Netflix, which was the prequel to Army of the Dead. Yeah. And this was based where basically they wanted to break into certain saves and they recruited, what was his name again?
Sebastian,
who is in Army of the Dead.
Yeah.
And he's brought on to go and help them break into the safe.
Correct.
What do we think of the film? This film also stars, what's his name? Guz Khan, who plays Man Like Mobeen.
Yeah, and a girl who used to be in Hollyoaks.
Yes.
Oh, the Game of Thrones one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's Game of Thrones as well, yeah.
And Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was she?
Yeah.
Does she have a name?
Natalie Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Natalie Emmanuel.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I love this film.
She used to be in The Lion King as well.
What Lion King?
The musical. Like that was her first break. She starred in Western musical, Lion King.
Okay.
You can see with the hair now. Also, I just want to shout out one of my my son's good friends who has, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it, but she has just been announced that she's going to play Nala in the Lion King musical, and she's going on tour with them.
Massive.
Yeah, man. Shout out Riley Ann, man. Yeah, but sorry, yeah.
No, I really enjoyed this film, and even though it said clearly prequel on the film, on the detail on it, I literally totally forgot about the first film. And I watched it and I said to myself, this is a quality film. I like the way they explained it and how they brought him into the whole world of breaking safes, and the way he started off was part of it's a game. It's like you know, like underground fighting scenes, but it's underground safe cracking.
Yeah,
it's just so like, what the hell? I never knew this existed. No, go on.
No, he was so humorous as well, isn't it? Like the way he just said, like, it's so funny guy.
Yeah, it is really, really funny.
I thought, you know, like you do a spin-off or prequel or something of one of the characters that, like, do I really want to watch a whole film about you? And it's 2 hours long as well, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but no, they pulled it off nicely. Like,
no, definitely, because obviously he was recruited by Natalie Emmanuel, and a team, and they had a plan to crack particular safes which were designed by
that guy in the first one, in the Japanese guy.
Yeah, exactly. And there were like technical safes that basically you can never break into. Apart from Sebastian, he studied safes all his life. And yeah, and then they broke into 2 of the 3, and I think it was 2 of the 3 or 3 of the 4. And obviously when you watch Army of Dead, you see when they Baptista come in with that woman, and they show him the blueprint of that other safe, and that was the final safe that he had to crack. So yeah, it was really good. Like the whole storyline. There was no overacting. Obviously, that Mr. Khan guy was, I said to myself, he's in it, and I always put some negative doubt in my head because I didn't think he would kind of do a decent part of the role, but he actually done really well. It wasn't that bad. But overall, I think the film's a really good film, and I want to see part 3. I think potentially there'll be a part 3.
Oh no, there is. So obviously you remember part 1. So remember the original film only came out in May. Yeah. So I think they filmed both of these at the same time anyway. Yeah. So it wasn't like they filmed the first one, then let it kind of sit for a little bit, then they filmed the prequel. Sorry. There's also going to be 2 sequels. There's going to be Army of the Dead, Las Vegas, which is going to be an anime, which is coming out in spring of 2022. And then
anime,
like a cartoon version of like the
I know what anime is, but I'm just like, really? It's like,
my best.
Yeah, don't ever do that again. No, I'm not. I'm just trying to how
the zombies, man. The zombies in it, where they're in Las Vegas.
Strange. Okay, cool.
And there'll also be a sequel, the final, which is going to be called Planet of the Dead.
I want to see where Natalie Emmanuel comes out of prison. That's what I want to see.
Sorry, the prequel, does it show where the zombies come from? Where the zombie guy came from?
No, he has dreams of zombies.
No, but also it's on the news though. So it's on the news. So throughout it, you start hearing them, because obviously he's in Europe. So you start hearing about this, what's happening in America, and you start hearing like things about the zombies.
Yeah, they start dropping it like in little doses, not too full on to make you.
So they don't say where they came from, what happened, or
no, nothing.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for where the zombies came from in Walking Dead, mate.
That's obviously outside.
And then the final sequel will be Planet of the Dead. So obviously, by then the zombies have all taken over.
But then, to me, it kind of loses its whole kind of concept of breaking into things. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know how
that was his part of the story, isn't it?
Yeah, that was his part. So remember they didn't need to even break into the safe in the final one. Remember that was just a ruse.
Yeah.
So it wasn't really about. It's not. Remember, the whole thing is about zombies, not about the safe. Really.
Yeah.
So it just.
Yeah, and do you know what it is? When I watched the first one, I kind of I watched it without even taking it in. But when I watched this one, this fascinated me. Do you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
don't make sense. It just really gripped me, and I thought I want to, because like Natalie Emmanuel said at the end, wait for me. I'll find you when I come out. Because obviously at the end she gets arrested. So to me, sorry. That's why I said it's a part 3, because I expect to see her in some part of part 3 where they meet up again. Do you get what I mean? But when you tell me about Planet of the Las Vegas,
but you watched part 2, so you know they can't meet.
No, but listen, I forgot. Like I watched it, but I didn't take it in because I just didn't really care for it. I'm being honest with you.
Part 2, we liked it. We liked.
Yeah, I'm not. It was okay, but again, it's very forgettable. This I won't forget this.
It's you like the heist version.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's like the heist version.
And it reminded me of. I haven't seen Lupin, but it would have reminded me of Lupin, how they break into things, stuff like that.
You haven't seen Lupin?
I never really watched it. No, I didn't watch the full season.
So many things that he doesn't watch. I always think he's watched. You know, it's so weird.
No, I watched a few episodes, but it didn't grip me.
And it's weird that I just feel like, you know, like you can watch them at any point. Like you can watch them at any time. It's never time related. So even if you like some, you can go back and watch them.
No, I probably will. When I think
he's not.
I probably
will. He
still
hasn't gone back to watch Daredevil. You know how pissed I am with him, Daredevil, bro.
Do you know what? Sorry, on a random, like, obviously we're about to finish the pod now. Are all those things still on Netflix? Like,
Daredevil's still on there. It's still on there, but it's
like
still on
I know they cancelled, but
Jessica, like all of that, are they still on Netflix? I don't know what. I've never, obviously, like you don't, like I never see them, but I was like, I would love to go back and watch some of them.
Because
they're not still there. Punishers there, Jessica, they're all there.
Okay, cool. Because like, otherwise, I would have wanted them to be on Disney Plus by now. Do you know what I mean? But I know they're not part of the MCU. But you know, like they're Marvel property. I'd have just liked to all sit in one place.
There's strong talks of the Daredevil character being reintroduced into the MCU.
Yeah,
I think that'd be good. The only one I would never want to ever see ever again is Iron Fist.
Oh, yeah. He could do a cameo in Shang-Chi. He could appear in that.
Possibly.
If anything.
Yeah, that'd be the only thing, because apart from that, he was whack. All right, guys. It's episode 115, guys. Yeah. It's been nice. It's been nice to have you all back. To all the listeners, thank you for listening to us. It has been emotional. It's been a long one.
Gang. Welcome back, Merv.
Welcome back, Merv.
You're glad to be back. I hope you missed us. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Of course.
All right. Well, now we got a straight run, guys, until Christmas, guys, and then we have our annual leave, and then we're back for the new year. Are we even doing the annual leave this year?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, standard.
Yeah, all right.
He does mince pies and peace, mate.
I hear that. All right, people. You know the saying: comment, subscribe, share.
Tell a friend. And
you know the saying: one up, one down, one love. Gang.